Hey everybody, it's your girl Beauty with Mika, and I am here to do my labor and delivery story. I only have one of the twins right now. This is Miss London Riley. Her brother is asleep. London is over 8 weeks old. Her and her brother. She is the oldest. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. So I was actually supposed to have a scheduled C-section on May 27th at 7:30 in the morning. But I went to the doctor on May 25th. We did the final, like, this is where the twins weigh. This is what I need to do. I was supposed to go in for blood work on May 26th. Just to go to the hospital at any given time. They were like, just come in. Well, on May 25th, after I left the doctor, of course, I went on, did some walking, did some last minute errands, and didn't think nothing of it. I was having contractions later on in the afternoon, and my contractions started to get at about a 7. So I knew, like, they're coming, it's getting close. Mind you, I was 38 weeks at the time when I did have the twins, which is fairly good for anybody that carries twins. The average person carries their twins between 28 to 32 weeks, so I did really good going through at 38 weeks. So at 2 o'clock in the morning on May 26th, my water broke. Now, for a first time mom, I didn't know what the heck it was. I just heard it was gonna be like this big old gush and you couldn't control it. That's what I got. I was literally asleep in bed, and of course both my babies were 6 pounds each. I felt this gush come out and I knew it was not pee. I was like, this is not pee. So I immediately screamed, got my husband up, and was like, yo, I think my water broke. It was still like just dripping as I went to the bathroom. I started texting and calling my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, like, yo, it's going down now, like, we are going to the hospital. Babies are coming. My husband decided he was gonna test to see if it was water. So because I had leaked from the bathroom into the bathroom, he actually took his fingers, and I know this is probably like, did he really do this? He took his fingers and actually grabbed some of the fluid, smelled it, and was like, yep, your water broke. This is not pee. And I could tell it was not pee because I was just still like, just fluid was just coming down. So I realized, you know what, let me put on a pad, let me put on some sweats. I hadn't even taken a shower. That's like, I hadn't even taken a shower. So I was really like, ugh, like, this is not good. But I wasn't having any contractions, so that was a plus. Well, at least I wasn't having any contractions that I could feel. So went on to the hospital, got there around 3:30 in the morning. I'd already called them up. This hospital, they're familiar with me because I was doing non-stress tests from 32 weeks all the way up to 38 weeks. So they were seeing me every Monday. So all the nurses pretty much knew me. So called them up and was like, hey, I'm coming in. It's going down. And all the nurses were excited anyway. So when I got there, all paperwork was ready to go. They had all my bandages, everything. They were like, let's get it going. The twins are coming. So they were just excited as I was. Well, when I got there, because my doctor was scheduled to do my C-section on May 27th, no one called her in, but the previous OBG that, of course, if you guys watched any of my my trimester recaps, I believe in the first trimester recap I talked about that. Go back to that video and I'll talk about like how I changed doctors. He was on call along with the assistant that was supposed to be assisting my OB for the C-section. So I was just like, okay, I got one doctor I don't like, and I got one doctor that I'm cool with that's gonna be doing my C-section. Well, C-sections at this hospital is scheduled every half an hour. So there was like a 7:30, 8:30. They put me on for 9:30. So literally I'm laying there in the hospital from 3:30 in the morning to about 8:30 in the morning, just nervous, scared. The twins are moving, the twins are healthy, they're good, but I got scared. I never had a catheter before, so I had to get a catheter. Never had an epidural. This is my first pregnancy. I'm just like, what the heck? So make a long story short, I was nervous. My heart rate was high, everything. Yes. So went on around 8:30. That's when they came in. The nurse put the catheter in. Now the nurse that I had, she was just like straight business, where the other nurses, they were like nice, and they were like, it's understandable, we want to make you relax, we want to make you good, we want you to be calm. So I think my heart rate increased because I had a nurse that was just straight up just like, it's another patient, let's get her going. The babies come all the time. So of course I was like, okay. Got in there. The epidural, I was scared at first. I didn't see no needle, but I was happy that I did get that epidural. That epidural That man poked me so many times, and the only reason I didn't feel the needle going in, but I did feel where he was putting it, because of course his hands are on my back and you could just feel him going through the spine. And all I could think about is, don't move, stay still, don't move, stay still, deep breaths. So I was good. I was already, of course, when you get a C-section you have to be shaved and maintained down there. I was already good to go, so they didn't even have to touch me. So I was like, whew, good. I didn't want nobody to be touching me anyway. So long story short, my heart rate was still up. Even while they were giving me the epidural, they laid me down. They did go bring my husband in, but by the time they brought my husband in, they were like, okay, if your heart rate does not decline, then we're going to put you to sleep. You don't want to go to sleep. So by the time my husband came in, I immediately like calmed down, just like, I just want to stay up for this. My heart rate was pretty much up because it was so many people in there. I mean, you got 2 babies, all these people were seeing you just out. I mean, each baby had their own set of nurses and everything, so I think it was at least over 20 people in there. They put the curtain up, they laid me down, but they do a test where they say, like, tell us if you can feel it. So of course I'm like, I could feel that. But then after a couple of more pumps of that epidural meds, I was good. I was like, okay, go in. When they went and brought my husband in, my husband said as he was walking in, he can already see them like going, they had already did the cutting and everything. So at 9:25, Miss London Riley was born. She was born at 6 pounds 17 inches. And then at 9:23, sorry, 9:23, London was born. They pulled her out first. She was actually butt down, which I'd already knew. They took a little bit more time with her because she was born butt first, with the C-section, she had a lot of fluid in her. Then at 9:25, Lawrence Caleb was born at 6 pounds 1 ounce, and he was also 17 inches. So imagine my little body with all that baby. Now mind you, before I had the twins, I was 113 pounds. When I went in and had them, I was 163 pounds. Since then, I've pretty much dropped a lot of my weight. I'm now 130 pounds, which is good. As far as like staying at the hospital, I was there from Thursday to Sunday, which was Memorial Day weekend. By the time I left the hospital, I was ready to go. I had staples. They took the staples out. My son got he did get circumcised. They did his circumcision the day we were actually leaving the hospital. That takes about a week for as far as the bandage to come off, but other than that, he's doing perfectly fine. He does have a slight little hernia, but pretty much over time I feel like that it'll heal. As far as London goes, now Miss London, excuse the scratch in her eye. London is 9 weeks old with her brother, and she has a head full of hair. What I did was we have been bathing her with Cetaphil lotion, Cetaphil bubble bath. So they get a bath every night between 9, no later than 10:30 at night. I also put olive oil or almond oil on her in her hair. But other than that, this is how she's been. This is my second time clipping her toenails and her fingernails because they scratch. So that's where that little scratch is right now with her. London does at this point drink between 3.5 to 4 ounces a bottle. She also does breastfeed 2 to 3 times a day. So what I've been doing is drinking organic mother's tea. So I have that every morning. Also, the doctor told me because her and her brother are in colic season, which I don't know what the hell colic is, and I don't understand colic, but we give them chamomile tea along with the vitamins. So if you guys want to see more information about that, let me know. I am going to do a blog post on the things that I have been doing. I did also post a blog post for their 1 month, giving you more information about them. But other than that, things have been good. We are getting ready for our 2-month shots, and Miss London will be able to get her ears pierced, so I'm excited about that. Her brother is asleep, guys, so what I'm going to do at the end of this video is just put some clips, some photos that I've taken of them, because again, I'm always taking photos of them. Let's see, what else? You got anything to say? You got anything to say? London does suck her thumb from time to time. Her and her brother do suck their thumb. It comes up in the ultrasound photo, so I'm not surprised that she sucks her thumb. She does smile right now. She does a lot of smiling. They are both getting into that talking stage. One of the things she pretty much sleeps a lot. She's starting to sleep longer. Usually before bedtime, I give them a warm bath. Then I also have a warm bottle ready for them. So by 11 o'clock, my house is typically quiet. Some days, not all days. But see, London is actually sleepy right now. Now, as far as I go, I do have a little bit of postpartum. Typical, I know it's pretty typical for any new mom, but for me, it freaked me out. My husband's been home with me since May, and he actually goes back to work very soon, actually tomorrow. So what I've been doing is trying to prep and figure out ways of how to be myself with them. When I do need the help, I call family, or family has volunteered to take the kids for a few hours so I can get some adult time. And something else that I do is come back to YouTube, come back to my blog. Of course, as a new mom, I do have those moments I'm like, am I doing something right? Am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? If you are not a night owl, trust me, you will become a night owl, because I was the type of person, I was sleep by 10 o'clock, and now I am like sometimes up from 3-4 hours again at night, breastfeeding, and we're tag teaming babies. Each baby has their different personalities. So it's become, it's a learning experience. I call it mommy life, mommy duties. I do love my twins. I'm excited for them. I thank you guys all for just all the prayers and the comments on Instagram and the well wishes and things like that. Trust me, if I haven't said thank you, I truly mean it. Me and my husband mean it from the bottom of our hearts. Other than that, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do any more mommy updates or baby updates. If you guys want to see those, let me know, and I'll continue to do them here. I know I do plan to do more updates on my blog. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat and all those wonderful social media platforms that I have the links down below, so you guys can stay up to date with what's going on with me and the twins. And that's it. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything. More of me talk about postpartum and the things that I've experienced and what I've went through, let me know also. And anything else you want to see, either from me or from me with the twins. I am sorry my son is asleep, but it's a good thing he's asleep. And Miss London is wide awake. She is my bright-eyed child, so I call her Bright Eyes. And she does have 2 dimples. You gonna say hi? You got something to say? Say hi. Say I see you later. Yeah. So this one is going down for a nap. Until then, you guys, don't forget to thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.